Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. We're taking a second look here at Bitcoin. I got some requests for doing like an afternoon session for this coin. So go ahead and like below and comment if you'd like, no pun intended there, to let me know if you find benefit for this in the afternoon. There has been some shift in sentiment. When we looked at this morning, we had a lot of long positions open. This was an aggregated delta across multiple exchanges. That has since changed to bearish. We also see here that we had more liquidations, more longs getting liquidated than shorts in the last 24 hours. I don't think that's a big surprise considering the candlestick we just saw, but generally speaking, that is an important thing to factor in. Furthermore, too, if you see link down here, we can see open interest has shifted as well. So this morning, we had a large amount of open interest for longs at 34,400. That has since shifted down to 34,200. So a lot of longs are in the green right now, but that could change here soon. Let's take a look at shorts, see where they're hedged at. We got a lot of shorts right here, kind of some late shorts at 34,300. So not too far off, honestly. The price action right now is at 34.6. We are kind of stuck within this bit of a range here, but I think the sentiment here is shifting from bullish to bearish. So we will keep an eye on this here. Let's take a quick look here at the liquidations. This hasn't changed much, but just to give you a quick perspective, we can see there's a ton of liquidation at 33,900. So if we do wick down to that 34,000 mark, keep in mind there's going to be a lot of liquidation and the price will continue to run. That's why I'm expecting somewhere in the range of 33,000 from Bitcoin in the relative near future. I don't think we're going to see 20,000 range. Obviously, I think that's a bit far-fetched, at least this early on. But I do think that we should see a retest of that 30 to 33,000 range before the next leg up. I'm still bullish on Bitcoin. There's still a lot of reasons why Bitcoin looks very strong right now, but you got to recognize there's a lot of overextension here and a lot of fair value to be had, and there's just a lot of different things that should happen. It's just it would be strange for the market movers to not take their profits before the price takes off. I think it would just be weird for them not to do that, because again, you can trust one thing is always going to happen in the market, and that's greed. And greed hasn't fully fulfilled itself just yet, even though fear and greed index is high. All right, so conversation for a different day there, but what we want to talk about here on the daily, see if this is adjusted at all. Not much has changed too. We are still shifting bearishly here. We're going to diverge in the next 2 or 3 days. So this weekend probably going to go sideways. We'll see this kind of collapse and squeeze in on itself. And we'll see probably a big move on Monday or Sunday night when the Asian markets open. So be mindful for that. We can also see RSI is still up over 70, and it's been a long time since we've had 70 plus in the RSI. But if you look back here, the last time we actually saw this was in January, where the price stayed above 70 in the RSI for, almost a full 3 weeks. So we had 3 weeks of 70 plus. For us here so far, we're about 2 weeks into this progression. So just note that if history repeats itself, we could very well see something like this happen right here again. Okay, so we're in the early stages. We could very well see this kind of pattern occur right up here. Okay, so again, is there going to be a massive dip? No, probably not. But on the same accord, we got to expect the price action to pull back at some point. It could very well continue. I'm totally on board with that, but I just need to kind of reiterate and reaffirm that it seems more likely we're going to see a bit of a retest in this lower levels here. And if we drop below 34,000, 33 will be the next target, considering how much liquidation is at that 34,000 mark. It's concerning how much is right there. And why would the market movers not touch that, right? It doesn't make any sense for them to not sweep that lower level. They love wrecking a lot of late longs and late shorts. In this case, the late longs would essentially be wiped out. Okay, so again, it makes sense for them to do that just before they run things up again on us. So taking a look at the 4 hour, let's go ahead and wrap this up here. Just a quick couple of things. Moving averages are looking okay. We're below the 20 and above the 50 though. I don't love this kind of situation when it's kind of trying to figure out which side it wants to be on. I like it to be definitively across, on one side or the other, and it's not right now. It's kind of trying to decide. So all the more reason to be careful taking a trade right now. I would say, if you're going to take a long position, make it tight. There is a potential for this upper liquidity level to be swept at 35,900 or 36,000. So it could very well jump up there and pull back for a double top. That happens quite a lot. A lot of other coins are doing that right now. But just generally speaking, when you have this upper liquidity and a lower liquidity level, these are two things that they're both needing to be swept, and in most cases they are before the next major move. So again, if the price comes up here, I think it's going to be somewhat of a fake out, and if it comes down here, I wouldn't be surprised we get one more last leg down before the next leg up. Just a lot of crazy, stupid manipulation stuff that typically happens, so I'm just going to be surprised if that doesn't happen now is all. Okay. So again, taking a look here at the RSI, trading really close to 50 in the RSI. Again, not really a place I like to take a trade because it's on that fence. It's kind of just riding the fence, not really sure which way it wants to go. The MACD is swinging down still, so we got to recognize that there's not a lot of momentum in this coin. This last little push up was nice, but I think it was somewhat of a trap to trap a lot of late longs. And again, late longs are at 34,400. We've already acknowledged that. They're barely in profit. And the late shorts are just above that level too. So we've got a strong amount of accumulation right here at this volume profile at about 34,500. So 34.5 is kind of like that little make or break area. Okay, so again, the more time we spend above or below those levels, well, the more likely we are to break in either direction. Keep in mind, if Bitcoin continues to maintain this range for another few days, just say by next Friday we're still on the same conversation, I think the probability of breaking up is pretty high because we keep retesting these higher highs, and we're more likely to break up with some of these these patterns that we're seeing. We are starting to see these channels that this is working itself into. There's a good chance we will see a breakout to the upside. But right now, at this point, I personally feel like we're going to see some lower lows here in the relative near future. Just kind of has that feeling. Last but not least, Ichimoku Cloud. Let's take a look here. We're below the cloud. This is another reason why I feel somewhat confident about this uptrend not really being all that realistic, as once more we are losing that conversion here or that momentum. The lagging span is intersecting with the price action, and we're below the cloud. These are 3 signs letting you know to keep your short position open or to consider taking some profits because we don't have either long or short confirmation. Okay. Now, I just reviewed Ethereum a moment ago. Be sure to check that out. Ethereum is looking a lot stronger than Bitcoin. In fact, it's, so you pull up the chart here. You can see it looks like it wants to retest these upper levels here. And it hasn't yet, but mainly because it's trying to follow the beat of Bitcoin, right? So if you're going to be successful, follow what Bitcoin's going to be doing here with other altcoins, specifically Ethereum, and you might have a better success rate there. But generally speaking, that's kind of where we're at here. Nothing stark, nothing crazy, but a shift in momentum from this morning. This morning looked really bullish, and so far, it's really changed the dynamic. So keep in mind, we got 2 more hours before this candlestick closes. A lot of manipulation occurs in the last few minutes there, where we have post-market hours in traditional markets, and the price has been known to jump up or down close to the candlestick close. So once we roll around 5-6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'll feel comfortable knowing where we're at here at this point. But right now, I think we're slightly more bearish than bullish. Still the sentiment here for me with Bitcoin. Hope this was beneficial. If it was, again, like, subscribe, follow. Greatly appreciate the support. Help me grow our YouTube and also Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. A lot of cool stuff down below, including some of our awesome trades here in our premium group if you want to be part of that. Quick heads up, our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord also has our premium results that are listed there. Be sure to check that out in your own time. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks again for it. We'll have a good one. See you soon. Bye-bye.